Haley Ernst, 11H. 17H, Carson Holt, 12X, Alex Slade. Qualifying group number 4 for the Hyper Racing non-wing. Trouble over there in turn number 2. Couple of cars getting hooked together. Looks like the left front possibly knocked out on the Ernst machine. So looks like all cars are refired over there in turn 2. So green flag is going to come back out. Qualifying group number 4. Problems turn number 2. Shyla Ernst. Again with that left front damage. Loops it over there in turn number 2. Looks like she possibly will not get a qualifying time. Green flag back out. Got one upside down over there in turn 3 and 4. I believe possibly that is your quick timer, 12X of Alex Slade. Getting upside down in corner 3 and 4. Safety crew over there immediately getting that car flipped back over. Again, that is your quick timer in qualifying group number 4. Alex Slade with the 11.458. Race fans, let him hear he's climbed by the top of the race car over there. Alex Slade in the 12X. Going quick time and then ending upside down. I know that camp will get that car in tip-top shape for heat race action. So again, the 12X, Alex Slade with the quick time 4.58. Jace Randolph with the 11.463 in that second spot. Third was the 22 Hank Soares with the 11.533. So again, they're going to check that driver out over there in the EMS. Once he gets checked out, cleared, we'll go back to green flag action. Again, good time to run down, hit the concession stand, go find the 50-50. Again, the 50-50, half goes to you, half goes to the Case Higgins family. Again, we're happy to have all you in attendance for the Deb Bruntz Memorial. And night number 2 of the now 600s here at KAM Raceway. Again, just like last night, we have so many cars in the pit area, we actually had to park them back behind the grandstands. Again, hats off to the track crew. As soon as the last checkered flag flew last night, they were out there tearing the track up. So hats off to them. Now it's going to bring out your Sawyer Chassis Junior Sprints. The up-and-coming stars. Rolling in turn number 1, that's the one of Tucker Friesen. Right by the flag stand now, picking up the win last night, the 77. That is a Wesson Whitaker. 7W is Willard Ballard. Right behind him, the 00 of Easton Hackler. 25Z Bentley Zimmerman, 5G Gary Pearsall. 8 is Addison Burke, 3G Everett Geiger, and the 11 is Axel Frizzell. Green flag's going to fly for the Sawyer Junior Sprints qualifying hot laps. Going quick time there was the 3G Everett Geiger with a 12.528, followed by a 7W Willard Ballard with a 12.535. Third spot, the 25Z Bentley Zimmerman with a 12.675. So that will do it for qualifying times. So give us just a little bit here. Now, like I said, now is a good time to run down to the concession stand. Got to get the lineups figured out for tonight's racing action. Race fans, again, welcome out to KAM Raceway again for night number 2 of the Now 600. Also the Deb Brunts Memorial. Before we get into racing action, I'd ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove a head cover. We are going to say a quick little prayer here.
At this time, we'd like to take a moment to say a prayer for racer Case Higgins, who was injured while racing with the Now 600 series last week. Please bow your heads and join us for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, as we gather here today, we come before you with grateful hearts for the opportunity to race, to compete, and enjoy this sport. Before the engines fire and the green flag waves, we pause to lift up one of our own. Lord, we pray for 12-year-old Case Higgins and ask for your healing hand to be upon him as he recovers from the severe burns that cover much of his body. Bring comfort, strength, and hope in the days and weeks to come. Guide every doctor, nurse, and caregiver with wisdom, skill, and compassion as they care for him. Father, we also lift up Case's parents, family, and loved ones. Surround them with your peace when fear and uncertainty creep in. Give them endurance for the long days, courage to face each challenge, and the reassurance that they are never alone. Let them feel the love and prayers of this racing community holding them close. Lord, remind us all that racing is more than a competition. It is a family. Teach us to care for one another, to support those who are hurting, and never take for granted the gift of each day. As we take to the track today, grant safety to every driver, official, and race personnel. In your name we pray, amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Well, race fans, you guys ready for night number 2 of the Now 600 series? As they call non-wing heat race 1 to staging. If you race fans were here last night, there was a good show throughout all 5 divisions. I look forward to that again tonight, as 2 of the classes are racing for $2,500. So not a bad little payday out here in Hastings, Nebraska on a Saturday night. If you were here last night, welcome back for night number 2. If you were not here, still welcome out to night number 2. Good to have Terry and the gang here as they travel all over the nation, making a stop here in Hastings, Nebraska at this fine little bull ring. Again, thank you to all the fans here in attendance and around the world watching on Extreme Sports. Wish you could be here. A little bit nicer night tonight. Had the wind blowing last night. Not super hot. Again, waiting for the cars in staging. A lot of these drivers are pulling double duty tonight, so you'll see them in multiple classes. Sometimes they have 2 cars. Sometimes they just rip the wing off the same car. So we're going to start the night off with a Hyper Racing non-wing. They're going to have 4 heat races. Heat race number 1 is going to line up like this. On the pole, the 5S, that is Stone Smith. On the outside, the 12C, that is Chase Spicola. Row 2 on the inside, 19X, Marcus Kennedy. 2 is outside, the 4J, that is Cruz Jelinek. Third row on the inside, the 1, CJ Catlett. 2 is outside, the number 10, that is Owen Hendricks. Fourth row, 73, Tyler Hendrickson. Outside the 70, Brendan McCarter. Scheduled rounding out the tail of the field, that is Kyler Bierce. 8 laps the distance off of quarter number 4. Green flag. All the drivers migrate down to the bottom. Stone Smith, Chase Spicola, drag race down the backstretch. Off of quarter number 4. Chase Spicola leads lap number 2. Stone Smith still trying to work the high side. Here comes Marcus Kennedy trying to work on the bottom. Again, everybody migrating down to the bottom of the racing surface. Chase Spicola, Stone Smith, Marcus Kennedy, top 3. Two to go this time by for the 12C of Chase Spicola. A white flag, 1 lap to go. Into 3 out of quarter number 4. Heat race number 1 is going to go to the 12C of Chase Spicola. Stone Smith in that second spot, followed by the 19X of Marcus Kennedy. Finishing that third spot, 19X, that is Marcus Kennedy. Finishing that second spot, the 5S of Stone Smith. And race fans, put your hands together for heat race number 1 winner, the 12C of Chase Spicola. Chase Spicola from Pueblo, Colorado, picking up heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 is going to line up like this on the pole. 55L Titus Loose outside the 38K. That is Jackson Conkle. Preston Norbury, Brant Woods make up row 2. Brantley Jaden, Caden Dady, Jake Lipker, Heath Shannon, and Rob Lipker rounding out the field. Off of quarter number 4. Green flag flies. Heat race number 2. Brant Woods already trying to look on the outside of Jackson Conkle. Jackson Conkle, Brant Woods, red flag. Up and over 7R, Rob Lipker. Rob Lipker nowhere to go. Preston Norbury parks her sideways. 7R, Rob Lipker nowhere to go. Catching the worst end of that, getting upside down. See Preston Norbury over there. Heath Shannon also involved. Good news over there, turn number 2. Driver is okay, race fans. 7R Rob Lipker coming out here showing all these youngsters that he still has it. So we did get 1 lap in the book, so it will be single file once we go back to green flag action. So 38 Jackson Conkle led lap number 1, followed by the 12 Brant Woods. Titus Loose in the 55L line up in that 3rd spot. Should bring 15K of a Caden Dady up in that 4th spot. And Brantley Jaden and Jake Lipker. See if we can get the 77 of Preston Norbury and the 25S of Heath Shannon to refire. So 7R Rob Lipker going off on the hook. Also the 77 of Preston Norbury also going off on the hook. Made their nights a little bit tougher. They're going to have to come through tonight's B main. Looks like 25S Heath Shannon getting refired. Race fans also give it up for the 77 Preston Norbury, man. Not how you want to end your heat race there. Keep your eye on that car in tonight's B main. Got some fluid over there in the bottom of turn number 2. Had to put down some floor dry. So once we go back to yellow, we'll take a couple laps under a caution, see if we can roll in a little bit of the floor dry. So Wheeler head flagman giving him 1 to go. That means we're going to go green next time. Bye. Again, Jackson, Conkle, Brant Woods, Titus, Loose, top 3. 1 down, 7 to go. Into corner 3. Out of quarter number 4. Green flag back out. Jackson, Conkle on the bottom. Switch lanes going to turn number 1. Slide job. Jackson, Conkle crosses him over. Driver switch lanes. Brant Woods now on the bottom. Once again, slide job into turn number 1. Brant Woods crosses him back over. Brant Woods goes to the bottom. Slam the door. Brant Woods, Jackson, Conkle, Titus, Loose. White flag, 1 lap to go over the 12 of Brant Woods from Chickasha, Oklahoma. Out of quarter number 4, race fans, give him a hand. The number 12, Brant Woods, picking up heat race number 2, followed by the 38K Jackson Conkle, the 55L of Titus Loose. Finishing that 3rd spot, 55L, that is Titus Loose. 2nd went to the 38K of Jackson Conkle. And race fans, let him hear you for heat race number 2 from Chickasha, Oklahoma, the 12 of Brant Woods. Heat race number 3 is going to line up like this. On the pole, 35L, Camden Gossard. Outside the 2F, that is Jaden Friesen. Row 2 on the inside, 14K, that is Kyle Hooper. To his outside, the 14J, that is Jet Nunley. 3rd row, 21 of Keegan Ostentowski. To his outside, the 4K, that is Isaac Stutzman. 4th row on the inside, 21E, Enzo Spicola. The 11C of Blake Cantrell. And Jace Blevins rounding out the tail of the field. 8 laps distance, heat race number 3 is going to come to green. All the drivers migrate to the bottom where all the moisture is in turn 4. Jaden Friesen, Jet Nunley, Kyle Hooper, and Camden Gossard. Jaden Friesen, you have company. Here comes Jet Nunley looking on the inside of Friesen off of quarter number 2. Jaden Friesen slammed the door on Jet Nunley. Jaden Friesen, Jet Nunley, Kyle Hooper. White flag, 1 lap to go. Jaden Friesen, Jet Nunley. Off of quarter number 4, 2F, Jaden Friesen. Picks up heat race number 3. Jet Nunley coming home in that 2nd spot, and Kyle Hooper in that 3rd spot. Finish that 3rd spot, the 14K, that is Kyle Hooper. Coming home in the 2nd spot, the 14J of Jet Nunley. And picking up heat race number 3 from Sutton, Nebraska, the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Heat race number 4 on the pole. That is the 06 Merrick Pipe on the outside of the 22 of Hank Soares. Second row on the inside, 15 wide, Jace Randolph outside the 12X. That is Alex Slade. Third row, schedule 29 of Bristol Spicola. On the outside, 22T, Tucker Ernest. Fourth row, 17H, Carson Holt, and the 11H of Haley Ernst. And rounding out the tail of the field, the 11S of Shayla Ernst. 8 laps distance, heat race number 4. Drag race down the backstretch. Who's going to lead lap number 1 off of quarter number 4? Looks like it's going to go to the 06 of Merrick Pipe. Here comes Hank Sawyer that gets a run off the top of quarter number 2. Caution going to fly. Car sitting stopped over there in turn number 3. Car took a hard right-hand turn off the guardrail. I believe that is the 11S. No, I'm sorry, the 11H of Haley Ernst. Stopped over there in turn number 3. Brad Noonekamp putting Spike out here on the front stretch. You cannot hit the cone. You cannot go below the cone. You cannot pass before the cone. You do that, the caution will fly. And Terry will probably yell at you if you happen to do any of those 3 things. So 1 lap down, 7 to go. Merrick Pipe is your early race leader. Merrick Pipe, Hank Soares. We're starting to battle pretty hard there off the exit of turn number 2. Head flagman will give them 1 to go. We're going to go green next time by. Again, 1 down, 7 to go. Again, some front end damage on the Ernst machine. '06 Merrick Pipe's gonna lead them back to the green flag off of quarter number 4. Steps on the loud pedal. Merrick Pipe, Hank Sawyer, Jace Randolph. Two to go this time by for Merrick Pipe. A white flag, 1 lap to go. Fast line on the bottom. Off of quarter number 4, Merrick Pipe when he raced number 4, followed by 22 Hank Sawyer. The 15Y of Jace Randolph. Finishing in the 3rd spot, race fans, the 15Y, that is Jace Randolph. Coming home second, the 22 of Hank Soares. And picking up a heat race number 4 win from Greeley, Colorado. Race fans, let them hear you for the 06 of Merrick Pipe. Should bring us out up our CSI restricted. Just got word we are waiting for Bristol Spicola. That driver was just in the non-wing race, so we got to give him a little bit of time to get back there, switch cars. Like I said a little bit earlier, a lot of the drivers are pulling double duty, so we do have to give them a little bit of time to switch cars. So a lot of that moisture is around the bottom of the racing surface. I do know probably for a little bit later tonight they will do some track prep. We will have a 2-lane groove. So once we roll out onto the surface, the lineup's going to look like this. On the pole is the 9. That is Bristol Spicola. On the outside, the 14L. That is Lucas Corbin. Row 2 on the inside. That is the 22M of Mason Corbin. To the outside, the 87. That is Levi Ballard. Third and final row scheduled like this. 24K. That is Kason Kalkworth. 8 laps the distance. CSI restricted. Heat race number 1. So nice slow pace by Bristol Spicola as they go into corner 3. Out of corner number 4, green flag's gonna fly. Lucas Corbin gets the jump in quarter number 1, but here comes Levi Ballard. Levi Ballard up into that second spot. Lucas Corbin, Levi Ballard. Levi looking on the inside of Corbin off of quarter 4. Corbin missed the bottom. Problems for the 14L of Corbin. Levi Ballard takes that lead down the backstretch. Tough break for Corbin as he pulls into the infield. Levi Ballard, Bristol Spicola. Mason Corbin and Kason Kalkworth. White flag, 1 lap to go for the 87 of Levi Ballard. Off of quarter number 4, race fans, let him hear ya. 87 of Levi Ballard, followed by the 9 at Bristol Spicola. Mason Corbin finished that 3rd spot, Kason Kalkworth. Race fans, let him hear ya. Off of quarter number 4, picking up the heat race win from Grimes, Iowa. That is the 87 of Levi Ballard. Levi Ballard picking up heat race number 1 for your CSI Restricted. Heat race number 2 is going to look like this on the pole. 32 Jackson Husted to his outside the 46. That is Noah Kopis. Second row on the inside, 3A of Avery Kellen. Outside the 387, that is Nash Edwards. And shotgun on the field, the 1, that is Brantley Reed. Heat race number 2, 8 laps the distance. Jackson Husted and Noah Kopis gonna lead us to the green. Steve, first and foremost, welcome to night number 2 of the Now 600 show.
How's it going?
It's going good. Again, 8 laps is the distance. Heat race number 2, CSI Restricted. Jackson Huston, Noah Kopis on the front row.
All right, let's do this. 8 laps will be the distance as they come out of corner number 4. We're under green. .32 Jackson Husted, our race leader. Caution flag coming out. Head flagman did not like the way that one started. So we got to make sure. Needs to be side by side at the white line. How's it going, bud?
Lap number 1, wins in 32 of Jackson Husted. Avery Kellen looking on the inside off of quarter number 2.
As a race leader, 3A of Avery Kellen. 46 of Noah Kopis in second. 87 trying to get down underneath to take that second spot away. 4 laps this time by for our race leader, 3 of Avery Kellen. Nash Edwards in the 387 in second. 46 Noah Kopis there in third. As a 387 trying to go down to the bottom side to get the lead away. Bumps the 3A taking over that lead spot. Our new race leader, the 387 of Nash Edwards. One more lap to go for 387 of Nash Edwards. As he comes around to take the checkered flag, our race winner, the 387 of Nash Edwards. All right, finishing in that third spot, the 46 of Noah Kopis finishing in second, the 3A of Avery Kellen, and our race winner for Heat 2, the 387 out of Marysville, Kansas of Nash Edwards taking the win. And with that, that's going to bring out our sportsman class. Head flagman giving them the 1 to go before we drop the green flag. The 19, Blake Damon going to be on the lead. 2V of Josh Voorhees on the outside, row number 1. Row number 2 on the inside, the 24 of Jared Hatcher on the outside, the 13T of Tia Smith. 27 of Luke Samuelson, and the 3 of Ted Laughlin. That is row number 3. Heat number 1 of the sportsman class. 8 laps. And with 1 lap down, our race leader, the 2V of Josh Voorhees. 24, Jared Hatcher in second. 19, Blake there in third. As we are single file here around the racetrack with 5 laps to go this next time by for the 2V of Josh Voorhees. Josh Voorhees, our leader. 24, Jared Hatcher, second. Blake Damon, third. Todd Laughlin right there in fourth, trying to make a move underneath of that 19 car. the third spot. As the 24 of Jared Hatcher off the pace, that's going to make the 3 car take over that second spot with the 19 battling there for second. Josh Voorhees, our leader. Todd Laughlin in second. Blake there in third. It'll be white flag this next time by for the 2V of Josh Voorhees. One more lap to go for Sportsman Heat number 1. Coming around to take the checkered flag, the 2V of Josh Voorhees. And your race winner out of Beatrice, Nebraska, the 2V of Josh Voorhees, getting the win for heat number 1 of our sportsman class. As we bring out the next group, on the pole, it'll be the 17 of Tyler Frericks on the outside, the 33 of Lake Ime, row number 2 on the inside, starting in that third spot, the 93 of JJ Stream on the outside, the 03 of Devin Emdy, and the 28 of Preston Alexander starting in that 5th spot. That is the schedule we were given here for the start of this race. Obviously, we had the 1 scratch, so we're going with these 4. And after 1 lap completed, our race leader is going to be the 17, or the 33 of Lake Ime, our race leader. 17 of Tyler Ferrick second, JJ Stream in third. A 33-year race winner, leader. Lake is the leader. As a 28 point in the infield of Preston Alexander. Something wrong with that machine. 3 cars here on the track. Blake is our race leader. Tyler second, JJ Stream in third. 1 more lap to go. And coming around to take the checkered flag, it'll be the 33 of Lake Ime.
I should bring out your Permastone Countertop Solutions A-Class. Heat race number 1 is going to line up like this. On the pole, 30, that is Kyler Beers. Outside the 31Z, that is Sawyer Zimmerman.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 22 of Hank Soares on the outside, the 14 of Harley Holland.
Third row on the inside, 06 Merrick Pipe. Outside the 91 of Sam Collar.
The 2R of Remy Biltoff in the 18T of Taylor Roberts, that is row number 4.
Kyler Beers, Sawyer Zimmerman.
Lights out around the track. We are ready to go green. This time, A-Class. Heat number 1.
Problems for the 18T Taylor Roberts. Her and Remy Butoff getting tangled over there in turn number 4. to our Remy Butoff, drives away. The 18T came to a stop.
So tough break there for the 18T. Looks like gets going here. Going to go to the back of the field here.
Head flagman giving him 1 to go. 22 Hank Sword's going to lead us back to the green flag. Kyler Bierce in that second spot. And Harley Holland sitting in that third spot.
As we go single file around the cone. After one here, your race leader, the 22, Hank Sewell. Kyler Bierce second, Harley Holland in third. Bierce to the lead. Going into corner 3 and 4. The 14 on the low side, Bierce on the high side. 3 wide here for the lead. The 30 of Kyler Bierce, our race leader. Harley Holland and Hank Sewell battling up for that second place position. Sewell on the low side. Trying to get underneath to take the lead away. He does. He's able to do it. Our new race leader at the moment, 22 of Hank Sewell. As Kyler Bierce and Harley Holland still battling out for that second spot. 22, Hank Sewell, our leader. Harley Holland second. Kyler Bierce in third. As the 18T of Taylor Roberts moves up to that fourth spot. 1 more left to go for the 22 of Hank Sewell. As he comes around to take the checkered flag, your race winner is the 22 of Hank Sewell. So your race winner for heat number 1, out of Overland Park, Kansas, the 22 of Hank Sewell. Taking the win here for that first heat.
Heat race number 2 is going to line up like this on the pole for J. Cruz Jelinek. Outside the 91X, that is Alec Frizzell.
It'll be the 35L of Camden Gossard and the 12 of Brant Woods. That's going to be row number 2.
Jude Allgaier, Brantley Jaden in row number 3.
99 of Robbie Johnson, the 29A of Colton Andresic. That's row number 4.
Again, Cruz Jelinek, Alec Frizzell on the front row.
As we are set here to go heat number 2 of our A-Class. 8 laps up on the board. It's time to let him loose. After the first lap, our race leader is the 4J, Cruz Jelinek. Alex Frizzell second, Camden Gossard third. Alec Frizzell trying to make some momentum there on the high side. Slip backs just a little bit. 35 Camden Gossard in third. 4J, Cruz Jelinek, Alec Frizzell, Camden Gossard, your top 3. Three-car battle here for that second spot, it looks like. 35 of Gossard down below. Gossard down in second.
Brant Woods ripping the lip off of quarter number 2. Gets the run on the outside of Camden Gossard. Cruz Jelinek, Brant Woods, Camden Gossard. White flag, 1 lap to go. Out of quarter number 4. Finished that third spot, 35L. That is Camden Gossard. Second place went to the 12 of Brant Woods. And picking up heat race number 2 from Atkinson, Nebraska, the 4J, that is Cruz Jelinek. Man, Steve, 12 Brantwoods ripping the lip over here in turn 1 and 2.
It's going to be interesting to see how that one shakes out later tonight. All right, bringing out our next group here. On the pole, it'll be the A51 of Jason Trosper on the outside, the 2F of Jaden Friesen.
Second row on the inside, the 55L, that is Titus Luce. Outside the 12X, that is Alex Slade.
Jace Randolph and Jared Hackler, the 15Y and the 00, that's row number 3.
Scheduled 7th to 8 of Jace Blevins. Looks like he is a scratch for the heat race action. Drag race down the backstretch. Lap number 1 is going to go to the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Jaden Friesen, Jason Trosper. Battle for that third spot between Alex Slade and Jace Randolph. Throw a blanket over the 3 cars, battling for that second spot. Alex Slade trying to do what his partner did, rip the lip in that 12X. Jaden Friesen throw the keys on the counter and checked out. Alex Slade took over that second spot over Jason Trosper. Into 3 out of quarter number 4. Heat race number 3 belongs to the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Alex Slade coming home in that second spot, followed by the 151 of Jason Trosper. The A51 Jason Trosper coming home in that third spot. Second went to the 12X of Alex Slade. And picking up heat race number 3 win from Sutton, Nebraska, the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Heat race number 4 is going to line up like this on the pole. 12T Titan Roberts outside the 11AZ. That is Annalicia Miller. Row 2, the 14K Kyle Hooper and Jet Nunley. Third row on the inside, 27 Luke Samuelson to his outside, the 17 of Jason Potter. And rounding out the tail of the field, the 45 of Colin Rutan. Roberts and Miller going to lead us to the green flag action for heat race number 4.
The 12T of Titan Roberts are race leader, the 14J Jet Nunley second. Miller there in third. 17 of Jason Potter in fourth. As the 14K and the 17 battling for that fourth spot. 14K Hooper down underneath, gets that fourth spot away from the 17. 17 trying to fight back here for that fourth spot. Meanwhile, up there at the front, the 12T of Titan Roberts, our race leader, Jet Nunley second. Miller in third. Miller up, hitting the berm just a little bit in corner 3. One more lap to go for the 12 car. And a race winner for that heat out of Bennett, Nebraska, the 12T of Titan Roberts getting the win here tonight.
Heat race number 5 is going to line up like this. On the pole, the 10 of Owen Hendricks. Outside the 98L, that is Matthew Laughlin.
Keegan Oskentowski and Jackson Kunkel, the 2138. That's row number 2.
Third row on the inside, the 5F of Stone Smith. Brad McWhorter in the 64.
And the 17H of Carson Holt riding shotgun on the field. We are going green this time.
Ten of Owen Hendricks.
Owen Hendricks, our leader, as the 21 trying to get underneath for the lead. Our new race leader, the 21 of Keegan Oskentowski. Oskentowski, our race leader. $98 Matthew Laughlin trying to gain a little bit of momentum on that 10 car to get around for that second spot. Right on the back bumper of the 10 car is the 98 98 Laughlin and Heinrichs battling for that spot. Laughlin hitting the wall here on the front stretch. He's trying to get around that 10 car of Owen Heinrichs for that second place position. Oskentowski, our leader, last lap here with 11.431. One more lap to go for the leader. Right here, the 98 Matthew Laughlin has one more lap here to try to get in that second spot. He's on the high side. 21, Oskentowski getting the win. Second spot. Our race winner, the 21 of Keegan Oskentowski. But that battle there was between the 10 of Owen Heinrichs and the 98 of Matthew Laughlin. And finishing second by 0.155 difference, the 98 of Matthew Laughlin taking that second spot away from the 10 of Owen Heinrichs. All right, as we bring out our next group here.
It's going to be Sawyer Chassis Junior Sprints on the pole to 77. That is Weston Whitaker. To his outside, the 25Z, that is Bentley Zimmerman.
Willard Bell in the 7W, the 3G of Everett Geiger, that's row number 2.
Row 3 on the inside, Tucker Friesen and Easton Hackler make up row number 3.
Gary Pearsall and Addison Burke, that's going to be row number 4.
Rounding out the field, the 11, that is Axel Frizzell.
Lights are out, going green this time. Here we go. And caution flag coming out here.
The green flag back out. They fan out down the front stretch. The 7W of Willard Ballard, followed by the 77 of Weston Whitaker. Third spot, the 3G of Everett Geiger.
As a 7W here leading the race. White flag next time by for Willard Ballard. One more lap to go. And your race winner, the 7W of Willard Ballard, getting the win here tonight for the junior sprints. Heat number 1.
I believe that's going to bring us to intermission. So now's a good time to head down to the concession stand, get yourself some 50-50. I believe we're going to draw for that right before we go back racing after intermission.
That's right. Right before we get to tonight's feature races, we will be having the 50-50 raffle. So make sure you get down there, put some money in for the 50-50 raffle. Last night, I believe it was...
I think the grand total was like $940.
Yeah, so it was like $400 and some dollars someone went home with last night. So last chance here for the 50-50 raffle. Get in on that. For all of you watching on Extreme Sports, we will be back in just a moment with tonight's features after our brief.
Again, once they get that driver checked out in the ambulance, we will go back to green flag action.
So we are just about ready to bring out the next group here for the first feature. A main for the juniors. Once again, we do have a driver over in the ambulance getting checked out, making sure everything's okay from that last race. So as soon as the ambulance is clear, then we can get the next group out here on the track.
So unfortunately, we do have to transport one person, so we're waiting for a second ambulance. So apologies. Good time to run down to the concession stand. Grab yourself a nice cold drink. Get yourself a hot dog, popcorn.
So at the moment, we are waiting to transport a driver back into Hastings to Mary Lanning Healthcare. So as soon as the ambulance is clear here, as we wait for the other ambulance to get here. So Hastings is on their way to pick up the driver from our ambulance, and then we will be back to racing in just a moment. As long as Kylie stays away from the fence, we'll be fine. And just a reminder for those of you watching on Extreme Sports, we are at a red flag at the moment, as we had a driver in one of the B features tonight here needing to be transported into Mary Lanning, so we are waiting on the ambulance from Hastings to come out here so we can transport to that ambulance, and then our ambulance, and we'll be able to go back over here to the pits as we get ready for the next A feature. So at the moment, waiting for transport.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch up with the 2F of Jaden Friesen here on the front stretch.
Perfect.
So, Mr. Jaden Friesen, what is it going to take to get that 2F back in victory lane tonight, just like one night ago?
Probably a whole lot more power, maybe. I don't know. No, we just kind of got to dial it in and, watch the track a little bit and stay on top of it and, see what the top's doing. It looks like in those last heat races, there's a B main there. It looked like top's starting to come back in and the bottom's maybe going away a little bit. So, see what they do to the track and if they do anything or not. And, sitting, letting the track sit like this changes it up a little bit too. So you just got to stay on your toes and never give up trying things. I mean, you always throwing something at the car.
So, I mean, let the fans know, like, what's the track difference between last night tonight? Last night, it's kind of ripped the lip around the cushion. Seems like heat racing, B features, a lot of cars have been on the bottom.
Yeah, last night there was a couple ruts here in 1 and 2, and I mean, they're kind of here tonight, but they didn't really come back any bit like they were last night. So I think that's just kind of the difference, and the top not holding as much moisture early, and obviously the bottom, it's kind of some Knoxville-esque to me. Just that one lane around the bottom, it's really hard to hit, and you gotta get your car just right to stay in it. And last night we were fortunate enough, and I got a big lead there, and I just ran half throttle around there, and I think it was just slowing down. It was just better, and I wasn't using any brakes, and just make sure I stayed on the bottom, stayed in the moisture there. So you just got to look for the dark dirt.
Real quick here, what makes, the 2F go around the track each and every week, not just here, but kind of all over the country? I know you've been kind of running now 600 stuff. Rumor has it you've been running a late model here. So I guess, how do you handle going from a mini sprint to a late model?
Yes, sir. It's kind of the same, going from a wing to a non-wing. It's quite a bit different than A-class stuff and the micro stuff. But, if you go from wing to non-wing in the same night, I think that was kind of the thing my dad told me when we started doing it, was if you can do that, I'm pretty sure you can go do a model and go back and forth. So it's, they're obviously different things, and you got to remember where you're in, but it's really not that hard when you're sitting a whole lot different in them, and you can tell what's around you. And, it's a bigger track, the late model stuff, but it's, it's no different. At the end of the day, you're still turning probably slower laps, actually. But, it's the same laps, and the ratios are the same.
Sounds good. They're telling me we've got to wrap this up. So go drive the wheels off of both cars and put on a show for the race fans. Race fans, give it up for the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Appreciate him taking time for a quick interview.
And we are ready to get this next group out here. So if you are on the track, we need you to get off of the track as quickly as possible so we can get this A main underway.
Don't worry, I'm right on time.
Well, Steve, good news. I do see an ambulance backing over there in corner number 2. So again, that should bring out our Sawyer Chassis Junior Sprint A feature, 15 laps the distance. This is how they come to the green flag. On the pole, the 7W, that is Willard Ballard. Outside the 3G, that is Everett Geiger.
77 to Wilson Whitaker, and the 1 Tucker Friesen, that's row number 2.
25Z, that is Bentley Zimmerman. Outside the 00, that is Easton Hackler.
Addison Burke, and the 5G at Gary Pearsall, that's row number 4.
Shotgun on the field, the 11 of Axel Frizzell. Again, race fans, we appreciate your patience. Those also online on Extreme Sports, appreciate the patience. Fast pace down the backstretch into corner number 3 on the Loudhammer. Willard Ballard gets the whole shot down the backstretch. Geiger trying to look on the outside. Here comes Weston Whitaker. Willard Ballard, Everett Geiger, Weston Whitaker, Tucker Friesen top 4. 5th spot, 25Z, that is Bentley Zimmerman. Everett Geiger on the back bumper of Willard Ballard. Everett giving him a bump going into corner number 4. Trouble in turn number 4. 3 Geiger turning Ballard over there in the exit of corner number 4. I believe Weston Whitaker also involved. Tough break, top 3 cars getting sent to the tail of the field. So Ballard gets refired. Looks like Geiger and Whitaker also getting refired. So should be a one of a Tucker Friesen getting the lucky straw. He was sitting in that 4th spot. Now he inherits the lead. I believe waiting for Ballard to get in front of Geiger. Caution lights go down. We're going to go green next time by. 4 down, 11 to go. Tucker Friesen's now going to lead us to the green off of corner number 4. Tucker Friesen on the loud pedal off of corner 4. And Ballard already up in that 4th spot, bringing Geiger with him, along with Whitaker. Tucker Friesen, Bentley Zimmerman. Battle for that 3rd spot between Hackler and Ballard. Ballard takes over that 3rd spot over Hackler, going into turn number 1 down the backstretch. Bentley Zimmerman starting to reel in your leader of Tucker Friesen. Tucker Friesen with 5 laps to go. See if he can hold off Zimmerman. Tucker Friesen missed his mark coming out of 4. That allowed the 25Z of Zimmerman to get a little bit closer with 3 to go this time by. One lap car in between. Zimmerman gets around the lap car pretty quick. Two to go this time by. White flag, 1 lap to go. Tucker Friesen, but here comes the 25Z of Zimmerman. Down the back stretch, 2 more left-hand turns into 3 out of corner number 4. Race fans, let them hear you for the 1 of Tucker Friesen. Bentley Zimmerman coming home in that 2nd spot, followed by the 3G of Everett Geiger. Race fans, let them hear you from Henderson, Nebraska, picking up the junior sprint A feature. The number 1, that is Tucker Friesen. I believe next on the docket's Haas Media B main number 1 for your Permastone Countertop Solutions A-Class.
I believe you are correct.
On the pole, the A51, that Jason Trosper outside the 15 wide. That is Jace Randolph.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 11AZ of Amanda Miller, the 5S of Stone Smith.
Scheduled 3rd row on the inside is 17, Jason Potter outside the 31Z. That is Sawyer Zimmerman. Starting 7th on the grid, 27, Luke Samuelson outside the 64. That is Brad McWhirter. Merrick Pipe inside of row number 5, outside the 99. That's Rami Johnson. Remy Butoff and Jace Blevins. I believe Jace Blevins scratching for the evening.
It's 12 laps the distance for this one. We are set, ready to go as I come out of corner number 4. We are under green. B main number 1 for our A-Class. It's going to be like this after that first lap. A51, Jason Trosper, Jace Randolph. 15, Jace Randolph, your leader. Trosper 2nd, Miller 3rd. As that 5, Essa Smith trying to make its way as well. $15 wire, Jason Randolph, Jason Trosper, Stone Smith, that's your top 3. Miller right outside of that top 3 in that transfer spot. Up on a couple wheels goes a 51 car. There's the 5 right behind that 51. That gives that 31 Sawyer Zimmerman a chance. Jason Trosper 2nd, the 5S of Smith in 3rd. 31Z of Sawyer Zimmerman getting able around in 2nd now at this point. 51 trying to battle off the number 5 car to try to keep in that transfer spot. Jason Trosper now in the transfer position. In 4th, trying to get around Stone Smith. Smith has a few car lengths on him for the transfer spot. One more left to go for the 15 wide. And coming around to take the checker flag, the 15Y of Jace Randolph. So it'll be the 5S of Stone Smith, the 31Z of Sawyer Zimmerman, and your race winner, the 15Y of Jace Randolph. That's your top three with that will transfer.
Again, top three transfer to tonight's A main. Haas Media B main number 2 is going to line up like this. On the pole to 30, that is Kyler Beers to his outside. The 4, that is Jude Allgaier. Row 2 on the inside, the 18T of Taylon Roberts to her outside. The 00, that is Jared Hackler. Third row on the inside, 91X, that's Alec Frizzell to his outside. The 55L, that is Titus Luce.
38 of Brantley Jaden and the 91 of Sam Keller. That's row number 4. Row number 5, it'll be the 45 at Colton Rudin and the 17H of Carson Holt. And riding shotgun on the field in that 11th position, the 29A of Colton Andrisick. So it'll be 11 cars here for B main number 2. Top 3 will transfer to tonight's A. 12 laps up on the lap counter. Once again, they start right there at the chalk line.
At 12 laps the distance. Haas Media B main number 2.
As the lights flashing, we will be going green this time. Top 3 transferring to tonight's A main. B main number 2.
Jude Allgaier gets the early jump on Kyler Beers. Keep an eye on that third spot. Jared Hackler, here comes Taylon Roberts looking on the inside of Hackler, take over that third spot. Jude Allgaier, Kyler Beers.
Jude Allgaier is leader. They Kyler Beers second. 18T and Taylon Roberts. That is your top 3 that so far will be transferring. As the 00, Jared Hackler right outside on that 4th spot, trying to catch up to that 18 for the transfer spot. Once again, only 3 cars from this will go into tonight's A, with 7 laps remaining in this one. The 00, Jared Hackler trying to reel in that 18 car. As the 91, Alec Frizzell trying to cut down to the bottom. He's trying hard to get through that number 00. 3 cars battling for 4th, it looks like here. '91 of Sam Kaler in there as well. Keller and Frizzell trying to run the top side to get around that 18. Was the transfer spot in 3rd. Sam Keller trying to run that high side, cutting down to the bottom out of corner 4. White flag next time by. Only a couple more chances here for that 91 to try to get around the 18T to take that transfer spot away. One more left to go. Race winner is the one, but the transfer spot is what we're looking for here. So getting the win and B main number 2, the 4 of Jude Allgaier. But it looks like the 91 of Sam Keller and the 30 of Kyler Bierce also going to tonight's A main. Unfortunately, there the 18T of Taylor and Roberts ran out of time, getting passed by the 91 to take that transfer spot.
Well, Steve, good battle for that last transfer spot between Collar and Roberts. I believe Sportsman's rolling out on the racing service.
As we bring out the Sportsmen for their A main, they will line up like this. On the pole, it'll be the 3 of Todd Laughlin. On the outside, the 2 via Josh Voorhees.
Lake Heim and Tyler Frenix make up row number 2.
JJ Stream and Luke Samuelson, the 93 and the 27, that's row number 3.
Blake Adami and Preston Alexander make up row number 4.
The 24, Jared Hatcher, the 13T of Tate Smith, that's row number 5.
Rounding out the field, Devin Imdy. I believe he is a scratch for the evening.
Scratch for tonight. That was just the lineup that we were given at the beginning of the night here for the A mains after intermission, but we do have that car scratching. Ed Flagman will give him the 1 to go before we drop the green flag.
False. I believe the yellow light is flashing on the backstretch.
Yellow light still on. Well, maybe not. I guess the four-wheelers want to race too.
Caution lights go down. We're going to go green next time. Bye. Todd Laughlin and Josh Voorhees going to lead us to the green flag.
I was going to say, I already said that. 15-lap A main feature here tonight for the Depp Bruns Memorial Race.
Todd Laughlin lead the lap number 1. Josh Voorhees in that second spot. Lake Info in that third. Josh Voorhees on the back bumper of Laughlin, bringing the 33 with him. Josh Voorhees, you caught him now in the hard part, trying to get around the 3 of Todd Laughlin. Throw a blanket over top 3 cars, 5 laps to go this time by for Laughlin. Lakey trying to jump to the high side, get the run down the backstretch, up on the cushion, taking the long ways around up top. .33 back to the cushion, trying to build a run. Off of quarter number 2, Lakey take over that second spot. 2 to go this time by. See if the 33 can keep the momentum up on the high side. Into 1 and 2, up on the cushions, gonna get a run down the backstretch. You've got a new leader. 33 Lake on, take over that number 1 spot. Josh Voorhees tries to jump up to the cushion to follow. Into quarter number 3, out of quarter number 4. Back to back for the 33 of Lake Eam. Finishing the second spot, Laughlin followed by Josh Voorhees.
And your top 3 will finish like this. The 2V of Josh Voorhees finishing in 3rd. Finishing second, the 3 of Todd Laughlin. And your race winner for the Sportsmen's here tonight from Phillipsburg, Kansas, the 33 of Lake On.
Lake On going back to back, picked up the win last night on night number 1. Answers back, winning on night number 2. The now 600 Deb Brunts Memorial in the Sportsman's class. Race fans, one more time, give it up for the 33 going back to back at KAM Raceway. Hyper Racing non-wing A main's gonna line up like this on the pole. That is the 12 of Brant Woods to his outside. 14J, that is Jet Nunley.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 2F of Jaden Friesen on the outside, the 12C of Chase Pickle.
Merrick Pine, Jackson Cockle make up row number 3.
Row number 4 on the inside, the 22 of Hank Soares, the 14K of Kyle Hooper.
Jace Randolph, Marcus Kennedy make up row number 5.
Row number 6 on the inside, the 4J of Cruz Jelinek, the 12X of Alexei.
Stone Smith, Titus Lou make up row number 7.
21E of Enzo Spicola and the 35L of Cameron Gossard, that's row number 8.
Starting 17th on the grid, 21 Keegan Ostentowski in the 17H of Carson Holt.
And your last and final row, the 11S of Shayla Ernst, the 77 of Preston Norbury.
25 fast laps around KAM Raceway. Hyper Racing non-wing. Head flagman gonna give them a 1 to go this time by. 2 heavy hitters in the micro world on the front row, race fans. Don't count out 2F Jaden Friesen sitting inside of row number 2.
Race fans, are you ready? Non-wing action, 25 lap A main feature here tonight at the Deb Brunts Memorial 2026.
Cars together down the front stretch. Preston Norbury, Carson Holt. I believe Alex Slade.
The 12 cars spinning out over there in the corner, and then these 2 here as he's Shannon not probably realizing there was a car behind him.
Well, Steve, on the bright side, we did not get one lap complete, so we're going to have a complete restart here.
That's right. Going to try it one more time here. 25 lap A main feature. Complete restart on this one.
You know, Steve, I don't know if you saw, but man, the 22 of Hank Soares just sending it into turn number 3, banking off a couple cars there on the bottom.
Yeah, it's going to get a little dicey here for this race for the non-wing 600s.
Yes, that's the thing, Steve. Remember, $2,500 on the line for the non-wing class.
That is right, race fans. The winner tonight, $2,500 richer. They're the non-wing 600s here at the Deb Brunts Memorial 2026. Lights are out. We're going green this time. Double 5. As everybody gets full throttle, we're going to get some stuff mixed up here. After the one lap, the 2F of Jaden Friesen is your race leader. You're leading the 2F of Jaden Friesen, Grant Wood second, Eric Pipe in third. Woods trying to run right at the top of that cushion. Trying to catch up to the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Whole bunch of cars there in mid-pack, trying to get bobbled up a little bit. As we race through the 2F of Jaden Friesen. $35 Ella Camden Gosser going up 8 spots. Down in 8th position, moving up. Jackson Conkle moving up to 6th.
Caution gonna fly. The tire in corner number 2 got pushed out a little too far.
And that's why we've got the tire out there so they don't go up on the top of the berm.
Jaden Friesen did not want to see the caution fly. He was out to a pretty good sizable lead there. That car sitting in that 3rd spot from Greeley, Colorado is on the bottom being patiently as the other 2 cars are ripping the lip. 18 laps to go. 19 laps to go, my apologies. Caution lights going down. Jaden Friesen's gonna lead us back to the green flag. Jaden Friesen, Brant Woods, Merrick Pipe, Jet Nunley, top 4.
19 to go. Caution flag coming out as we have one around here in corner number 1.
Caution to fly, I believe Cruz Jelinek sitting over there sideways in turn number 1.
So the 4J going to have to go to the back of the field here for bringing out the caution. Going to go to the back. Is the 4J bringing that out. It was over there in 11th position. Was running 11th, now going to be in the back of the pack. 18 laps remaining for the non-wing 600s here at KAM Raceway in the Deb Brunts Memorial Race. $2,500 to win. 2F of Jaden Friesen sitting there up front. Brant Woods right behind. Jet Nunley, the 14J, in there as well, top 3. Single file around the cone. the caution flag coming out.
Jet Nunley talking with the safety crew here on the front stretch.
So the 2F of Jaden Friesen getting stopped here on the front stretch. So they stop the leader here on the front stretch. And we're going to find out here what's going on with the 2F of Jaden Friesen. He was our leader here. $18 laps remaining as they push the 2F. Brian, what'd you find out? Anything?
So on the one-way race receiver, you can see down here going into quarter number 1, there is oil coming from the 2F car. So 2F has been told to pull into the infield because he is leaking some oil. So that's going to hit the 12 of Brant Woods.
So a tough break for the 2F of Jaden Friesen. As you can see here, going into the corner, there is oil on the track coming from the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Looks like his night is finished.
So looks like 2F is not going to go back to back. Unfortunately, that's going to inherit the 12 of Brant Woods.
And with that, that's going to mix it up here with 18 laps remaining. We will see what the 12 of Brant Woods can do.
Caution going to fly 19X of Marcus Kennedy. Caution going to come back one more time.
A 19X of Marcus Kennedy bringing out that caution. 18 to go.
Jet Nunley, Brant Woods battling down the backstretch. Brant Woods gets the run off the cushion. Both drivers dive to the bottom in corner 3 out of quarter number 4. Jet Nunley goes back to the bottom. Brant Woods side by side into 3 out of quarter number 4. You've got a new leader. No, Brant Woods still your leader. Brant Woods slams the door on Jet Nunley into 3. Drivers switching up going into turn number 1. Brant Woods on the bottom. Jet Nunley trying to rip the lip.
Well, that's the this next time by for the 12 of Brant Woods. Jet Nunley second. Chase Picola in third.
Caution again to fly. Keegan Oskentowski getting over the cushion in quarter number 4. Banks it off the guardrail. Comes to a stop. You know what, Steve? Do not take your eye off the first 2 cars between Brant Woods and Jet Nunley.
With 10 laps remaining, $2,500 on the line. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one shakes up at the restart here.
I've been watching them going in turn number 1. Man, they both keep switching lines. One will run the bottom for 1 lap, and then they'll just crisscross. And
it's going to be a fun 10 laps here with our lead 2 cars. 14K Kyle Hooper has a front row seat right there as well.
that 12 of Brant Woods and the Frank Galusha development. Anytime those cars roll into the pit area, you know they are going to put on a show. Also, the factory 14 cars, when they show up, they also put on one heck of a show. 10 laps to go. Brant Woods, Jet Nunley, Kyle Hooper, Merrick Pipe, Jackson Conkle rounding out top 4. Nine to go this time by. Jet Nunley trying to look on the outside, dives back to the bottom. Kyle Hooper Jet Nunley gets tight on the cushion. Down the backstretch, side by side. Can't make it happen going into quarter number 3.
5 laps to go in this one. Between our 2 leaders are neck and neck, back to back. The race fans putting on a great race for you here at KAM Raceway for that Brents Memorial Race. 12 of Brant Woods, Jet Nunley. Woods down below, Nunley goes right behind. And moving up to the top of the cushion, trying to gain some speed as that 14 car. He gets right on the back bumper, just waiting for the 12 of Woods to slip up just a little bit. Woods slips up just a little bit. Nunley got the chance he needed. Up on the high side, trying to ride the rail to take the lead away. Not able to do it quite yet, as he is right on the back bumper of him. 1 more lap to go, $2,500, final lap. He's got one more opportunity, one more corner to try to get around the leader. Not able to do it, coming around to take the checker flag. It'll be the 12 of Brant Woods.
How about that race, fans? Finishing in that 3rd spot, the 14K, that is Kyle Hooper. Coming home in the 2nd, the 14J of Jet and Nunley. And picking up your non-wing A-feature win from Chickasha, Oklahoma. Let him hear it for you, the 12 of Brant Woods. You know, Steve, that's one thing about those top 2 drivers. 14J, Jet Nunley could have clean clocked the number 12 of Brant Woods.
Definitely had many opportunities, but did not do that. Took the clean way out. It was good.
Kyle Hooper, man, he was coming as well. Also, Merrick Pipe just kind of ran out of laps.
So as we finish off that one, we've got, I believe it's going to be the restrictor class coming out here.
Yep, CSI restricted feature. They're going to go 20 laps for their A feature.
And then after that, we will finish the night here for the Deb Brunts Memorial Race with the A-Class feature race. So 2 more races here tonight to finish out our weekend with the Now 600 Series. Big thanks to all of them for coming out here for the weekend.
That's the thing, you know, there's over 100 cars in the pit area, and Terry and his crew, you know, kind of flying through the show, had a little bit of hiccups, but we always love when they come to town.
Just a reminder, next Friday night we will be back to our regular scheduled programming. And we will have all the go-karts back next week, along with the cage karts. So we'll have all of our go-karts back next week for our regular Friday show. All right, at this time, we're going to bring out the restricted class, and they will line up like this. On the pole, it'll be the 387 of Nash Edwards. On the outside, the 87 of Levi Ballard.
Row 2 on the inside, 3A, that's Avery Killen. Outside the 22M, that is Mason Corbin.
Bristol Spacola and Noah Kopis, that's row number 3.
Fourth row on the inside, 24K, that's Kason Kalkworth. On the outside, the number 1, that is Brantley Reed.
14L of Lucas Corbin, and the 32 of Jackson Hudstead, starting 9th and 10th, the 5th and final row. As we get set to go, race fans, 20-lap A feature.
Head flagman giving them 1 to go. Got to lay a new chalk line out over there in corner number 4.
Cars are ready, chalk line's ready, head flagman's ready. Race fans, are you ready? 20-lap A main feature. Lights are out around the track. We are set to go. As they go into corner number 4, they're going to hit the gas coming out of corner 4, and we are under green. After one, race through to the 87 of Levi Ballard. Nash Edwards second, Mason Corbin in third. That is your top 3. As we have a little bit of a battle here for 4th place between 3A of Avery Cullen and Bristol Spacola. And the 46 going around over here in the corner. That is the 46 of Noah Kopis, bringing out the yellow flag as he spins out over there in corner number 4.
Levi Ballard did not want to see the caution fly. He was kind of throwing the keys up on the counter, checking out.
Yeah, he was pretty far away from everybody else, but now that gap is going to be shrunk. Had about a 2-second gap on the second place car. Now it's bumper to bumper as we get ready to restart this with 13 laps left to go for our restrictors here tonight for the Deb Brunts Memorial. as our lead car once again pulling away from the rest of the field. Another 2-second gap between him and second place.
Three to go this time by for the 87 of Levi Ballard. This time by the white flag for Levi Ballard. Ballard out of 4, second place going into 3, white flag. Down the backstretch, into 3 out of quarter number 4. Levi Ballard picks up a feature for the restrictor, followed by 387. That is going to be Nash Edwards, followed by Mason Corbin. Race fans finish that third spot, the 22M. That is Mason Corbin. Coming home second, the 387 of Nash Edwards. And race fans, give him a round of applause from Grimes, Iowa. That's the 87 of Levi Ballard. Levi Ballard checking out on the field. That's going to bring us up to our last race on the card. So your Perma-Stone Countertop Solutions A-Class is going to come to the green flag like this. On the pole, the 21, that is Keegan Osentowski. To his outside, the 22, that is Hank Source. Row 2 on the inside, that is the 14J of Jet Nunley. To his outside, the 12X, that is Alex Slade. Third row on the inside, race fans keep an eye on row number 3. Third row on the inside, the 12 of Brant Woods. To his outside, the 14 of Harley Holland.
Next row is going to be the 2F of Jaden Friesen, the 12T of Titan Roberts. Row number 5 on the inside, the 4J of Cruz Jelnick, the outside, the 98L of Matthew Laughlin. Row number 6 on the inside, the 14K of Kyle Hooper on the outside. It's going to be the 35L of Camden Gossard. Row number 7 on the inside, starting in that 13th position, the 38K of Jackson Conkle. On the outside, the 10 of Owen Heinrichs. Row number 8 on the inside, it'll be the 15Y of Jace Randolph. On the outside, the 4 of Jude Allgaier. Row number 9 on the inside, starting in that 17th spot, the 31Z of Sawyer Zimmerman. On the outside, the 30 of Kyler Beers. In the 10th and final row, it'll be the 5S of Stone Smith and the 91 of Sam Keller. 20 cars here tonight, $2,500 on the line for tonight's main feature for the Deb Brunts Memorial here at KAM Raceway. Once again, big thanks to each and every one of you for coming out tonight and spending your weekend here at KAM Raceway as we pay tribute here tonight to Deb Brunts.
Again, after the last checker flag tonight, we encourage you guys all to go down to the pit area. See drivers from the Now 600 National Touring Series. grab the programs. Like Steve was saying earlier in the evening, they got autograph spots, so go down there, get some autographs, get a picture with your favorite driver. I bet a lot of the drivers will let you youngsters sit in the cars.
So we are waiting here just a moment. We got a driver change, so got to get from one car to the next here.
Well, Steve, last race of the night.
That's right, last race of our two-day show here.
It has been fun announcing with you, so let's go out with a bang. So again, Keegan Ostentowski, Hank Soares, Jet Nunley, Alex Slade, Brant Woods, Harley Holland, row number 3, Jaden Friesen, Titan Roberts, row 4, row 5, Cruz Jelinek and Matthew Laughlin. 6th row, Kyle Hooper and Camden Gozzard.
All right, fans, we are ready here to go.
25 laps for $2,500, race fans.
As we have all these cars lined up, ready to go, 25 lap A main. Tell you what, Brian, it's been a good time getting announced with you again. It's been a while, but we're ready.
It's always fun to come back up here, kick it on the mic.
Race fans, this is what you've been waiting for as we get set to go. 25 laps here tonight.
Here we go. Race fans, as they come off of corner number 4, they show you the best sight in motorsport. 4 wide. As they go down the backstretch and they come out of corner number 4, race fans, stand up, wave your hat, get your flashlights out. This is their appreciation to you for coming out here on a Saturday night, spending your hard-earned money to watch the Now 600 National Touring Series come to KAM Raceway. Come on, race fans, make some noise for these drivers as they pour their blood, sweat, and tears for two-night show here at KAM Raceway.
As we are set for the 2026 Deb Brunts Memorial Saturday Night Style here at KAM Raceway, it's time to get the engines roaring. 25 lap A main feature. As the head flagman waves the flag, one more lap to go before we drop the green.
All right, race fans, we ask you to take your seats so those behind you can enjoy the show.
Race fans, it's time to go green.
Hank Soares, you have company in the 14 of Jet Nunley. Hank Soares on the top, Jet Nunley trying to run the bottom. inside in corner number 4.
Up and over, we've got one. Ooh, another one up and over.
A hard tumble over there in corner number 3. Alex Slade was parked sideways. Kyler Bierce, unfortunately, nowhere to go. Catching the front end and going for a wild ride over there in turn number 3. Yep. So again, 21 laps to go.
That other car there, nowhere to go. As we are now under red flag conditions, going to get all these cars stopped, check on the driver, make sure everything's okay.
You know, that Kyler Bierce camp, man, they have had a rough 2 nights here. I know they had problems in the non-wing car. Race fans, good news. He climbs out of the top of the race car, the 30 of Kyler Bierce. Tough break for him, man. Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He was sending it in on the cushion going into turn 3. Unfortunately, the 12X Alex Slade was sitting right there and nowhere to go. Definitely a hard lick for both of those drivers over there in turn number 3. Race fans, one more time, give it up for the 30 of Kyler Bierce. He comes down the front stretch. Kind of shows you all the safety equipment that they got on that keeps the head and neck restraint.
That is one of the positive things, is all the equipment that we have now, all the technology that goes into this to keep each and every driver safe each and every week as they compete here on the dirt.
You know, again, the 12X, I believe Alex Slade over there on the hook. Man, that guy has had a rough night as well, getting upside down earlier in the evening in the non-wing car. Well, Steve, we got the moon back there on the backstretch.
Yeah,
Another beautiful sight.
moon on the way up.
No, Steve, don't show me the moon. That moon back there.
So we are right now under red flag conditions, going to get the driver checked out, make sure everything's okay. Once everything is clear, we will be back under yellow here, as we still have 21 laps up on the board here for the Deb Runtz Memorial. $2,500 on the line for this class.
That's the thing, man. We only have, 3 laps in the books. Kind of hard to get your car figured out what it's going to do for the next 21 laps, Steve.
Yeah, just as you start to get the feel for the car, well, now everyone's stopped and you got to restart. Also here in the grandstands, if you are missing a phone, we did find a phone, so if, reach in your pocket, make sure you got it.
Everybody's checking their pockets.
Tim's got his phone, he's good.
Tim, you're good? Perfect.
If your phone has a flower on the back, it's up here.
Hey, wait a minute, that might be mine.
It was found here behind the grandstands next to the fence, so if you're missing your phone.
Hey, Steve, can you order pizza on that app?
No, screen time's limited till 7 a.m.
Oh, well, so it must be a young child's phone.
Yeah, I can't do nothing. So if you're missing your phone.
So I bet there's probably like TikTok and all the other cool stuff on there in that kid phone. If
Probably.
I am very jealous.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Is that one of your guys' phones? Oh, come on up. Come get it.
Hey, if you tell me what time it is, I'll give you the phone
It's fine.
back.
You don't need it. You can't do nothing until 7 a.m. anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So why?
Screen time's limited. Good job, parents, by the way.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. We need more parents like yours.
Is that yours?
All right, caution lights coming back on. That is always a good sign. So gonna get them re-rack and re-stack. 22 of Hank Soares. Jet Nunley, Keegan Ostentowski, Harley Holland, Titan Roberts, Jaden Friesen, Brant Woods, Cruz Jelinek, 98 Matthew Loff, 35L Camden Gosford, 14 that is Kyle Hooper. Problems with the 12 here on the front shed. Titan Roberts talking with a safety official.
Titan in and get up to speed. Try to get that figured out.
Caution lights going out. Spike the cone on the front stretch.
As we are ready, 21 laps remaining. Single file around the cone here on the front stretch. It's time to let them loose once again.
Caution gonna fly. This one should be interesting. I think the caution was gonna fly for the 12 of Brant Woods. I believe they are gonna go with a track caution. Brant Woods was slow down the front stretch. Got back on it in corner number 1. No, it looks like 12 of Brant Woods gonna go to the tail of the field for causing the caution. Kind of looked like it popped out of gear. I was actually watching him in the non-wing show, and the same thing happened there. So, not sure if there is a shifting problem on the 12. So, tough break for the winner from last night from Chickasha, Oklahoma. Hank Soares is going to lead him into corner 3 out of corner number 4. Steps on the loud pedal. Hank Soares, Jet Nunley, Jaden Friesen now in that 3rd spot. Hank Soares running the bottom in 3 and 4, top in 1 and 2. Jet Nunley's on the berm all the way around KAM Raceway. Jaden Friesen on the back bumper of Jet Nunley. Both drivers go to the bottom. Hank Shore still ripping the lip in turn 1 and 2. 11 laps to go. Don't count out the 2F of Jaden Friesen. Again, on the back bumper of Jet Nunley. Top 3 drivers now go to the cushion in turn 1 and 2. Straight to the bottom in 3 and 4.
22, Hank Sword, Jet Nunley second, Jaden Friesen in third. As they're trying to battle through that lap traffic car, Nunley trying to get right on that back bumper of the 22. 5 laps to go this time by. As they've got a couple lap cars that try to get through here. Jaden Friesen. Now he's got to get that lap car on the 10. As your top 3 cars now around the 10 car. 22 hitting the berm just a little bit. That's going to give you 14. A little bit more of a chance here. Jet Nunley in second. Hank Sword will lead. Jaden Friesen in third. As they get around here to another lap traffic car, they are side by side down the backstretch. We now have a new race leader, the 14 of Jet Nunley. Nunley with one more lap to go. The 14 getting the win. It's Harley Holland finishing in that 5th spot. Finishing 4th, the 21 of Keegan Osentowski. Finishing in 3rd, the 2F of Jaden Friesen. 22, Hank Soares finishing in 2nd. And race fans, put your hands together for your winner here tonight from Marlow, Oklahoma, the 14J of Jet Nunley. Getting the win here tonight for the Deb Bruntz Memorial Race Saturday night. It is that 14 car. We were going to see if he was going to come back out here or not. Maybe not.
Hey, Steve, he has to go hit the scales before he has to come back out.
Oh, there you go. Got to go hit the scales first. And we just might get an interview here with him in just a moment. But race fans, that's going to do it for us tonight. Once again, if you'd like to go over to the pit side, talk to your favorite driver, get an autograph, might even be able to get inside a car and sit down. For all of us here at KAM Raceway, we thank each and every one of you for being here for the Deb Bruntz Memorial Race here tonight. As we honor Deb Bruntz here on a Saturday night at KAM Raceway. Also big thanks to Now 600 Series for being here last night and tonight. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Have a good night, everybody. So our race winner
Well, Steve, I got told that they're going to do the victory stuff back there. So unfortunately, I will not have an interview with Jet Nunley.
Are you going to cry about that, unfortunately, tonight,
you know, I mean,
I know you're upset.
That's just a lot of extra steps for me.
Yeah, you even walked on the track. Look at that. All right, race fans, once again, we invite all of you to go back there to the pit side. Check out your favorite car, driver, and we will see each and every one of you hopefully back next Friday night as we are back to our regular scheduled programming. All the go-karts coming back next week for our regularly scheduled programming. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.